Hi guys! Today I'm making this Easter basket. It's very easy, only simplest stitches as well. If you've seen my videos before, you know that this is all I use because I don't have time to learn anymore. But I think it's quite cute, especially if you have cute things to put in it. So it's very easy and quick to make. It won't take more than, I suppose it depends how busy you are. If you have other things to do in the meantime, probably an hour and a half-ish. So there you have it. Let's begin. So what I'm using for this one are two colors of super chunky acrylic yarn. We're going to need one for the basket and one just to decorate it, so not a lot of the other one. And although it says 10mm, well, these are, I guess, knitting needles, but they say 10mm, but I'm using 8mm crochet hook because I just found it better. And then I'm going to need quite a big crochet needle and something to cut. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to chain 9. So slip stitch and chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9. Yes, 9. There we go. And then we are going to do 2 triples into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In this one here, we're going to do 2 triple crochets. And that's British English. So in American English, that will be double crochet. And again, yarn over, put the hook in the 4th, chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're going to do 1 treble in the next 4 stitches. So 1 treble in each. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. And then the last stitch, we're going to do 6 triple crochets, all in that one stitch. So this one here, that's our last stitch of the row. We're going to 6 triples in that stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're not going to turn. As you can see, we are turning around here, so we're just going to carry on working across the other side. We're going to do 1 treble into the next 4 stitches. So 1 treble in each of the next 4 stitches. So this one is our first stitch here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like so. And now we're going to do 3 trebles into the last stitch over here. So 3 trebles into this stitch down here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we are going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, this one here. So we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, like so. We're going to carry on working around, so not turning around, just going that way still. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. 1 treble into the same stitch over here, 1 treble into the same stitch, and then we're going to 2 trebles in the next 2 stitches, 1 in here and the second one in the same stitch, and another increase in the next stitch, so 2 trebles in the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then 1 treble in the next 4 stitches, so 1, 1, 1, and 1 in the last, in the 4th stitch. There we go. 2 trebles into the next 6 stitches, so increase in each of the next 6 stitches. So we're going to 2 trebles in the first stitch, 1, 2, 2 trebles in the second stitch, 1, 2, 2 trebles in the third stitch, 1 and 2, 2 trebles in the 4th stitch, 1 and 2, oh, lost count. Let me have a look what we have. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 trebles in the 5th, and 2 trebles in the 6th. 1, 2. Okay, and now we're going to do 1 treble in each of the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 2 trebles in each one of the each of the last 2 stitches. So 2 trebles in this stitch here, 1, 2, and 2 trebles in the last stitch here, 1 and 2. And now we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch. So slip stitch into the top of the first stitch. There we go, and this is our base. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the sides, and what I'm going to do is chain 1, and this time we're going to work with double crochets, which in American English is single crochets. And what we're going to do is back loop only. Back loop only means that instead of going under the stitch, under the V, you go from the top. So you go from the top and you go to the back. So this is what we're going to do, but we're also going to do an increase. So a lot of things happening in this round. So first we're going to do 1 double crochet in the first stitch. So go from the top, go to the back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's 1 double crochet in this stitch. We're going to do an increase in the next stitch, so 2 double crochets, again going from the top to the back, 1 and 2. So 2 double crochets in this stitch, 1 double crochet next stitch, back loop only all the time, so always from the top, and 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in next stitch, and an increase or 2 double crochets in the following stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and an increase or 2 double crochets in the following stitch. So this is what we're going to do: 1 2 1 2 1 2, and when I finished, when I right at the end, just before I slip stitch, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm at the end, got one last here, and now we're going to just slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, into the top of the first stitch. So here, this one, this stitch right here, and that's our first round of the side. And now we're going to chain 2, 1 2, and we're going to do 1 triple crochet in each stitch. So starting from the very first stitch here, we're going to do 1 triple crochet in each stitch, starting from the very beginning. So again, I'm going to go around like this, and when I get to the end of the round, I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've got 1 more stitch to go, 1 treble in the last stitch, and then slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, so not the chains, but top of the first stitch just there. So now I'm going to chain 2 again, and we're going to do 1 treble in the very first stitch, and then 1 decrease. Yep, let's do that again because something got caught. 1 treble and then 1 decrease. So the way we do a decrease, oops, sorry, we just don't finish the treble as we go along. So have a look. Yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, put the hook in, pull through, and then you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, and we don't finish the treble. We yarn over again, put the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then when we have 3 loops on the hook, you just pull through all of them together, and that's our decrease. And then we're going to do 1 treble in the next stitch and 1 decrease in next. So here we're going to do a decrease, 1 treble in next, and 1 decrease next. So again, decrease, you put the hook in, yarn over, pull through 2, don't finish, yarn over, put the hook in next, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 3. And then we do 1 treble, and then again 1 decrease. And then 1 treble, and then 1 decrease. Then 1 treble again in the next stitch, and 1 decrease. So this is what we're doing until the end of this round. I'll see you in a second. Okay, now I'm at the end of my round, just 1 more treble in the last stitch, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, and there we go. That's the beginning of our basket. So this is actually the outside here. There we go. And now we're going to chain 2 again and do a row of 1 treble in each stitch. So just 1 treble in each stitch. And this is what I'm going to do in each stitch all the way around, and I'll see you here when I get to the end. Okay, so 1 last stitch, and then we'll just slip stitch into the top of the chain. Okay, so if you wanted to, I suppose, if you don't want the handle here, then you can just leave it at that. You can fasten off and then just decorate with the ribbon here, like I will show you later on. It's just a chain basically. You make a long chain and then weave it through every second stitch here. So you could just do that and have a little basket with your decorations like so, without having to do a handle. However, I am a fan of the handle and I'm going to carry on with that. So what we're going to do now is we are going to turn the work around and we are going to slip stitch backwards. So you're going to slip stitch into the stitch before, like that. Yeah, so we've got our slip stitch here, and then we need to do chain 1, and then we go across. So we should go here, 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 1, and then do 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's a bit more even. I like it a bit more now. So I'm going to carry on like this with just 1 stitch in each, 1 double in each, until, well, this one had 25 rows. But I don't know, not 100% sure whether it's always going to be 25, depending on your tension. Just depend on your intuition and on your aesthetics. However, however long you want the handle, just make it that. And I'll see you here once I've got all the way across, and I'll show you how I attach it to the other side. Okay, so I'm at the end of my strap. I've just cut the yarn. I'm going to just fasten off like we usually do, and then I'm going to get a needle and put the yarn through the needle and attach it to the other side. Okay, make sure that it's not twisted. Shape your basket so that you know where you want to put it. So if you're very precise, you can just count the stitches on this side, count the stitches on the other side, and you can put it exactly where you want it so that it's perfectly straight. I am not that precise, so I'm just going to go in more or less just there. And just start attaching. Now go into the next stitch. and then into the next stitch, and into the next stitch. I always make sure that I attach the edges as well, because then it looks a bit neater. There we go. So that's it. That's my strap attached. Now of course I need to make sure that it doesn't fall apart. So pull the yarn through a few times and then fasten off again. And I'll see you here once I've done that. Right, so let's do our ribbon. It's very simple. What we do is a chain. So we do a chain so that it goes around here. I'm not gonna count again. It depends on your tension. So just when you do your chains, just put it across when you stretch it a bit, and then when you've got enough to go all the way around on the top, on this side and the other side, then we will fasten off and put it in. So see you in a second. Okay, my chain is long enough. I'm going to fasten off now. And now I'm going to take the needle, the big crochet needle that we used before, and put this through. Like so. So you don't have to try and get the chain in, it doesn't matter. What we want is I want to start at the back, either on the side or at the back of and I'm just going to put the needle through between the stitches from the back, front, back, front, back, and just pull the chain through. And I'm going to do it all the way around. So not at the very top, not at the very top of the stitch, just between the posts of the stitches. Okay, I got the last couple of stitches. There we go. So now what I want to do, I want to make sure that it's not too tight. Go all the way around, make sure it's not too tight and not too loose, like so. And then I'm going to put the last one through here. Just make sure that we have the chain here, that it's not just the yarn but the chain, and then I'm just going to tie it together at the back. Just do a couple of knots, and what you can do, you can weave it in if you like. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to cut it off, and then I'm going to cut off the yarn from the beginning, and this is my Easter basket. So this is it, guys, my Easter basket. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to know how to do any of those decorations, the eggs and the chicks, I will put the links at the end of this video. So I hope to see you again soon. Happy Easter! Bye bye!